Hey guys, I'm Russ. This is a 10-Minute Rage. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Hit that little like button too, because that helps me out a bunch. And we're going to get to it here in a minute, and we'll see you in just a minute, okay? Bye. So one of the things I've done, or one of the things that's going on in the mail now, is the fact that we've got a ton of, it's election season, so we got all this stuff coming up for election. You know, everybody's sending out their vote for me garbage. And that's just basically clogging up the whole freaking whole mail system here. I'm trying to get in the pool. I'm gonna sit down for a minute and go through some of this mess and see what I got. I'm not really doing a good job of the vlogging thing, I don't think. This thing that I got's not that good. It came in the kit. It was supposed to be, I thought it was gonna be a little bit better than it is, and it's really not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit down here and see if I can't make a little bit of a video. Stupid thing. So here we are. That's one of my pet peeves, is the fact that we get all this garbage in the mail. I'm trying to get this thing leveled out a little bit. There we go. Getting all this stuff in the garbage. It's all this garbage in the mail is what I'm trying to say. And it's like people, you know, they're running for some kind of office. It's either, you know, the village or the county or some city, and you know, they're gonna probably be on our ballot. So the thing is that they're sending out all this garbage. It's just clogging up the mail system. You know, they talk about how much they want to be in charge of this, in charge of that, and whatever, and it's one thing right after another. You know, then we got this COVID-19 thing going on, which absolutely just freaking amazes me that we actually have something like that happening. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, I'm trying to get this camera to level out a little bit. I think this thing's about a piece of crap. There we go. You know, we got people that are running this country that just absolutely, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. We got people that have been in office 30 and 40 years, and they're saying that President Trump is the problem. You know, he comes in and he takes care of business. He runs this country like it should be run. You know, lower taxes, you know, trying to reduce the government size, which, you know, that's what I believe in. I think we should, you know, have a smaller government, have a balanced budget. You know, we're at like 24 or 25 trillion dollars in debt right now, which is absolutely insane to me. I don't understand that. You know, if anybody ran their business like that, they wouldn't be in business very long anyway. You know, and the thing is that nowadays it's just like that. You know, with this COVID thing, I think, you know, the deep state actually wanted to crash, to make it so painful that you know, people wouldn't vote for President Trump. And they're saying that Joe Biden is like, you know, 15 points ahead of President Trump, and I don't believe that at all. Because if you look at these pollsters, they're always, you know, they don't do an equal, they don't do a balanced polling set, I guess, or a polling pool. It's always basically, to me, Democrats in the polling, so you're going to get it skewed towards Joe Biden, which, by the way, is the biggest piece of trash. You know, somebody even came up with an acronym for his name. You know, they say Joe Biden, biggest idiot Democrats ever nominated, and I agree with that. The Democrats want to be an inclusive party. They want to be, they want to have, you know, they want to bring in, you know, the LGBTQ community. They want to bring in the black community, and, you know, they want to bring in the Hispanic community. But the thing is that, you know, their actions are speaking louder than words. You know, Joe Biden was one of the senators that signed off on this crime bill a few years back, like 2004, I believe. And all of a sudden, you have all these black Americans going to jail for no reason, on just petty stuff. You know, stuff they didn't even need to be there for. You know, and you got people just absolutely just, you know, doing the wrong thing. You know, you got Nancy Pelosi out there in California. Feinstein come out the other day and said, you know, states that don't have a mandatory mandatory mask law or rule or whatever, they shouldn't get any kind of government funds, any kind of federal funds for COVID. And I'm like, that's the biggest bunch of crap. They're just trying to, they want to talk about how bad Trump is. You look at Nancy Pelosi, you look at Barbara Feinstein, you look at Adam Schiff, you look at Chuck, what's his name, from Chuck Schumer from New York. Man, they're the biggest bunch of communists anybody's ever seen. They're just absolutely trying to run this country into the ground because they don't want you to vote for President Trump. And it's freaking crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. And I think President Trump has done a fantastic job. He's come in. I know that the 4 years that he's been in office, I've made more money in my 401k than I did in 8 years that Obama bin Laden was in office, and that's crazy. We started going into this COVID, and my 401k went down. I think it was, it dropped 42%. It was crazy, but I wasn't looking at it as a bad thing. I was looking at it as, as long as I'm contributing and buying, when it does come back, I'll have more. And sure enough, that's exactly the way it's turned out. I'm only up 6 or 7% right now, but I still have more money than I did when this COVID thing started and the 401k dropped. I've done better on the market. Everybody else is losing 18 to 20% in their investments, and I'm only down 12 to 15. So I'm not really worried about what's going on. You just keep buying. That's what investors do. You just keep buying. And so I think we've done a pretty good job. I think President Trump's done a great job. Vice President Mike Pence is a fantastic person. You got Lindsey Graham out there in South Carolina. He's going to have a challenging election this year. I think, the media is absolutely trying to, they're trying to manipulate people to vote for Biden because they want to make it so painful for Biden, or they want to make it so painful for the people in this country that they won't vote for President Trump. And they can't. They've tried for the last 4 years to take him out. Even before he was sworn in, they were talking about impeaching him. And they said he's a racist, he's this, he's a misogynist, he's this, he's that. If he was a racist before he got elected, Jesse Jackson wouldn't be wanting money from him. Al Sharpton wouldn't be wanting money from him. All these black American leaders wouldn't be wanting money from him. They wouldn't want photo ops with him. You can go on the internet and Google and come up with all kinds of pictures of him with, leaders of black America, and everybody that's, you look at Pelosi and Schumer, they've all called him when they got to go through a re-election, when they're being re-elected. Hey, don't, since, you're in New York, donate to my campaign. And he's donated to Republicans and he's donated to Republicans and Democrats, so, and he's helped out this country tremendously. You got people out there that, they don't like him because they don't like the way he talks. They don't think he should be on Twitter. He shouldn't be this, he shouldn't be that. Hey, President Trump is being President Trump. That's all there is to it. What did we get with freaking, what did we get with Obama? We got somebody that could talk real good, sounded real good, but he was slow on action. He was very slow on action. We lost money in the stock market. People lost their jobs. People lost their homes. And everybody says, well, blame it on Bush because he was in office before, President Obama. The bottom line is they enacted this Affordable Care Act, and it's anything but affordable, and it does nothing to care for the people that are on it. There's some states are down to one provider, and then some doctors won't even take it. So I'm not understanding what the problem here is. I do believe that the Republicans have, over the last 4 years, of course they're trying, they're fighting tooth and nail against the Democrats, that have, just absolutely gone so far left. They're not even, I don't even think you can call them Democrats anymore. I think more you call them the they're communist almost to the point of being, you know, ridiculous. You know, you got all these people going on, and it's crazy. But you know, that's my gig right now, and you know, this is the 10-minute rage, and so you know, it's my new web channel that I've started, my new YouTube channel. It's about raging about things going on in this country right now, and what's going on in this country is a very bad thing. You know, and I'll come out with more stuff. I'm hoping that, you know, my audience will grow. I'm hoping that, you know, I'll get like-minded people and see if we can't do something, and maybe try to do something with this country. But you know, that's you know, that's the way it is. You know, so I'm sitting here at the pool. I got all kinds of noise in the background. Sprinkler pumps going off, the pool pumps going off. You know, you hear sirens in the back. Hopefully, I can strip some of that stuff out when I get it into DaVinci Resolve. But it's crazy. You know, we just need to tighten up. You know, I'm a constitutional conservative. I believe in a smaller government. I believe in a balanced budget. There's things that we can do to make this country better than it is. You know, you got all these people protesting and tearing down statues and burning flags. It's horrid. These people think that they're going to change this country, and they're not going to change this country, because people like me and people like the people that I know are not going to let that happen. You know, I think we're one step away from having a civil war here. You know, it'll surprise me if we don't. It'll surprise me if we don't. So anyway, that's my blog, or that's the rage for tonight, not blog. That's the rage for tonight, and we'll just have to see how this goes. I'm going to put this up, and hopefully maybe tomorrow I'll be able to put this out and put it up on YouTube and see where we go with it. And but there we go. That's it. A little over 10 minutes. That's what the 10-minute rage is about, is me talking about something for 10 minutes. You got a little bit more than that, but that's okay. All right. So talk to you guys later. It's a Saturday night. It's a beautiful night. We had a bunch of rainstorms last night, but it's beautiful today. Nice little breeze blowing, but it's awesome. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good evening.